right, welcome to a wet and cold Sunday. I'm gonna go over and get some footage for you guys for Hydra. So they have some cool stuff over there. Just hanging out watching games today. So I'll kind of go through, do my usual, you know, final thoughts on the event and all that stuff. I think the rain is starting to let up a little bit, which is good, but it's just a little bit chilly. But so be it. It's going to happen sometimes. Overall, the event's been pretty good, but I'll give you my final thoughts in a little bit. Head over to Hydra and maybe try to get some interviews. So see you guys in a bit.
Hey everybody, I'm JD. We're here at the Hydra Booth. We've got a lot of different products available. We're always looking for things that are necessities for the paintball players. It's all about you guys and what's going to make the game a better experience for you. So one of my big things that we have is our Hydra Skin pants. They're, in my opinion, one of the most durable pants that you can wear. Pretty much every other pant on the market, you'll go through 2 or 3 of them before these are in that kind of shape, getting worn out. I've got people that have been playing these for years. Hardcore ballers. We offer them in gray and in black. We also have obviously all our different Hydra jerseys. We do a lot of our Mech X stuff, and so a lot of these hockey jerseys come from that. They're all kind of limited edition. We only do so many of them. Then we'll change it up, different team colors and whatnot. We've got, you know, obviously the teams too. You got Fit and you got Vibe. You can always get their jerseys on hydra.fit. One of the new pants that we have out, these right here, like what I'm wearing right now, these are our Hydra Lights. So it's more of a casual wear, but you can play in them. They do have squeegee pockets on both sides. Right now we offer them in black, gray, and khaki. They're looking at, I think the retail on them is like 70 bucks. You can get those on our website. A new thing that we just released here in Chicago is the Hydra Blacks 2.0s. Pretty much the same knee pad as our regular Hydra Black. Same, everything's the same, cut resistant, all that kind of stuff. What we did for the smaller people that have issues with chafing in the back of the knee, we did our cutouts. So now you don't have that thing rubbing you. It's definitely more that for, in my experience, the smaller guys have that issue where it's bending, it rubs them right in the back of the knee. So that gap right there makes the difference. I still have my Hydra Blacks regular because they give you all that compression that a lot of us players need. We need that compression and that support, especially the bigger guys. So whichever one you want, we carry them both. I do think that you should come and try them on. Come by any of our booths and try them on. We always have them available. We got our headgear, you know, different stuff. We got beanies. We got beanies with leather patches. You know, obviously our microcloths and our pit bags. If you haven't seen the pit bag, Greg's done a nice little review on them in the past. They work phenomenal for oily paint, broken paint, whatever the thing is. But they also are a pit bag because you can zip this bad boy open. You can fit your goggles in here, so you'll always have it with you anytime you go to play, and all of a sudden next thing you're like, dang, I got some bad paint. You'll have this in your gear bag. You know, obviously there's my regular Hydra Blacks that we talked about earlier. Oh, you know what? Bucket hats. So these bucket hats are great. We have multiple different colors, but another really cool thing about them is they are reversible. So if you just want it to be black, you just got a regular black bucket hat. Not a huge rim on it, just a perfect amount. Literally could put this on, put your goggles on, and that covers the top of your goggles so you're not getting any rain inside there. So pretty nice, casual or play. It's gonna take care of you. Obviously for the sun, we got our bad boys here, a couple of different options. We got the Hydra Mentality, and then just the regular, the Hydra with the regular. Other than that, you know, come by, see us, come talk to Madison. She's always in the booth. Myself or Sarah will be here, and I hope you all had a great Chicago event. See y'all at World Cup.
All right, so finally back in the car, gonna be driving home. It's gonna be a long day today, but want to make sure that I got this out for you guys. Yeah, so I just want to talk about the good, the bad, the ugly of the event. Ultimately, overall, this event was extremely smooth. There was a lot of really great things. The playing surfaces were good. There was a little bit of fluctuations in the ground depending on what field you were at, but that kind of stuff is going to happen. It's just nature. the reffing, for the most part, was okay. I mean, there's going to be some things that slip by them or that they don't see. That kind of stuff is going to happen, which is okay. It's just, you know, it is what it is. Like, you can't really do much about that other than having refs with more and more experience, which that all takes time. So that's okay. I mean, the weather, like I said, was fantastic. Really great. Other than on Sunday. Sunday there was rain, but it wasn't unbearable. We didn't have to play in it, but I know that the playing surfaces are gonna get messed up with that, but that's just kind of one day out of all of the event is okay in my book. I think a little bit of rain isn't necessarily a bad thing. It was cold. That's something I didn't like, but yeah, I mean, you just have to adapt. So something that I'd like to see the NXL incorporate more is having it where the schedules, where basically you have it where you play one match, you're off for like an hour, and then you play for the next match. This way, you're not sitting around in your gear for a long time. It didn't really happen too much. We had a match at like 8 and then another one at like 11:40. So by the time you're done by around 9, you're still waiting, you know, 2 hours, whatever, actually a little bit longer than 2 hours. So that kind of stuff, it can affect your playing. Ultimately, yeah, just go and stretch and warm back up and, you know, kind of get back into your mindset. I just would personally like to see it where you have your set, you're off for one set, and then you're back on, and you can go ahead and play. I know that's being nitpicky, but, you know, that's kind of the thing. Something I'd really like to see the NXL reincorporate, and this is something from years ago, but having water in the pits. I think, you know, it's great that Lone Wolf will have water bottles that you can go and get there, but I mean, back in the day, not to sound old, but back in the day at the World Cup event at Disney, there was water in the pits, and I think that that's something that's really helpful for the players, just to make sure that they're going to be okay. Something else, and this is being nitpicky, but something that we noticed was the mirroring of the fields was not exact. Like on the Premier field, there was a certain shot that I had on one side that I didn't on the other, which, granted, everyone has that same advantage or disadvantage depending on what side you play, but you know, it's just good to have it where it's going to be the same on both sides. But this also changed from field to field. We had it where what we practiced on Thursday was a little bit different than what we played on Friday, and then that was different on Saturday. So yes, you do need to have it where you can adapt, but I don't know, just to have it where the fields are lined up and basically the same with a different logo on the bunker is going to be better. But overall, I mean, it was great. Thank you again to Carolina Crisis. I'll be with them for the remainder of the season. They picked me up last minute. Basically what happened with Ruthless is that they decided that they weren't going to be playing semi-pro anymore and said, you know, we won't be offended if you go and play with another team. So I just decided that I wanted to do that. So Crisis was like, yeah, why don't you come and practice with us and then come and play in Chicago? And I felt like I fit in pretty well. It's a good group, so there was already some improvement from the beginning of the season to now, so that's good. And yeah, so we just got to keep building on that. But thank you to them. Like, oh, that was the other thing I completely forgot. That stupid radio tower. There's this air traffic control tower that spins around and it messes with the chronos. I don't know if there's a different frequency that maybe the chronos can be set to, but it's just really annoying when I'm chronoing and then I have it where, okay, it's like 280, 285, 220. I'm like, what just happened? And I know that my reg is not dropping like that. There's going to be subtle fluctuations, but not like that. Like, that's definitely something that's not okay. So yeah, I don't know if there's a different frequency that they can use that isn't going to be interfered with that radio tower. But yeah, that's not cool, especially when you're trying to run out onto the field. If the ref's chrono is off because of that, then they're asking you to re-chrono because you re-chronoed at like 3:15. So that kind of stuff isn't cool. But I mean, you kind of just roll the punches. Again, everyone's going to have that disadvantage. Yes, you can make that argument, but you know, we're paying to be out there, so this is the service that we're wanting for the team. So yeah, pretty much every time I've been at the Chicago event has been good. You can't do anything about rain. That's just the nature of the beast. I don't know if they need to move it to a different time. Maybe a different time in the year would be something that it's not raining as much, or it's a smaller percentage. But I mean, ultimately, when I looked before I came here, I didn't see any rain on the forecast, and then of course that changes. So should I have brought a rain jacket or an umbrella? Yeah, absolutely. That just would have been smart. I just didn't think about it, so that was my own fault. I'll see you guys at World Cup. If you have any questions or anything like that, please put it down in the comments down below. Also, a lot of people just watch and they don't subscribe. Please just click subscribe. Click the bell. I put up new videos every single week, so that way you'll be notified. Of course, if you want to be a member, you get the videos early, so you can make sure that you are, you know, getting all of that information whenever I have new videos for drills or layouts and all that fun stuff. So I'll see you guys in the future. I'm gonna go home, go to sleep for a little bit, and then go to work. So thanks, and as always, remember, watch, learn, win. Thanks.